This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people. Well, the start of school is just about 1 week away, and the Ministry of Education has pumped some $5 million into upgrades at public schools to make sure they look their best. Minister of Education Jerome Fitzgerald says works are progressing well.
The contractors are working hard, many going above and beyond the call as they did last year. This year we've spent just over $5 million, not as much as we did last year, but pretty close. That includes the painting and upgrades and so forth, but we're very pleased with the level of work, and I can tell you the principals will agree and tell you that the schools looked good last year and they look good again this year, and we're doing everything we can to make sure that the environment is conducive to learning and the administrators, teachers and students are comfortable, and we want to ensure that they're safe and there is order on the school grounds so that they can learn and reach their full potential.
Now, the minister says Family Island schools, in particular those impacted by recent hurricanes, were also repaired.
The major one was Crooked Island, and Crooked Island will be ready. That should be completed, I understand, this week. We are now also moving away the old building, so they tell me that that will be removed before school commences. In the other Family Islands, there's no major work. I understand from all of the district superintendents and administrators the work is progressing well there, so no major hiccups from that standpoint. So the Family Islands are in order. With regard to the hurricane repairs, a number of other islands that were affected. We tried to deal with those during the course of the year, and so for the most part, most of them were done during the course of the year.
Now, after touring schools over the past several days, the minister also took out time yesterday to meet with parents in a special forum to share some of his ministry's goals and to encourage them to help create a successful school year in the public school system. Now, in an interview with ZNS News, the minister revealed that some changes are being made to the lunch program, which will now come under the Ministry of Education.
For 7 years now, we've been providing a minimum of 10,000 backpacks filled with school supplies, composition books, pens, pencils, rulers to 10,000 Bahamians across the archipelago. We work closely with the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Social Services to identify the needs, and we get them shipped out, and the ministry assists us with distributing them in those locations.
Now, yesterday's forum for parents was jointly sponsored by Commonwealth Bank. Denise Turnquest says over the years, the bank has been working closely with the ministry to enhance education.
Commonwealth Bank has been absolutely fantastic for a number of years. We're going to work very closely with them, and we intend to bring on more corporate partners now for them to put their money where their mouth is and show the importance of education and their commitment to education. Commonwealth Bank has showed beyond a doubt their full and complete commitment to education.
Meantime, children across New Providence flocked to various constituency outlets on Saturday for back-to-school giveaways and various fun activities. From eastern New Providence to communities in the south, youngsters were provided with bags, books, and other school supplies. And from the looks of things, parents seemed to enjoy the general atmosphere as much as the children did as they prepared for the new school year.
I think 12 years now, we've been having a back-to-school function for the kids going back to school. The kids usually have a grueling time in terms of going through their schoolwork during the calendar year. And so we just wanted to find some way to sort of relax their minds, get them back in the right frame of mind. And then also we realized that there are many challenging families, challenged families out there who are finding it difficult just to make ends meet. As you know, the job market out there is extremely tough. Many of these parents are out of work. They don't know where they're going to be getting their school supplies from. And so we thought it was very important for us to give back to the community.
This is a wonderful time for us every year, and we look forward to it, where we give the kids items and give the kids the products and the supplies that are necessary for them when they go back to school. A couple of things we try to accomplish with this. We play games, we give them gifts, but most importantly, we give them a word of advice, we give them comfort, we give them encouragement so that they have the tools to start the year 2013.
Now, various civic and Junkanoo groups also reached out to students yesterday in a positive way. The Z Bandits wrapped up its summer workshop with a back-to-school rush for those students. The annual street parade and festival provided the students with a final fun activity before returning to the classroom. Leader of the Z Bandits group, Eugene Colley, on the summer outreach initiative.
And we are so grateful to the Almighty God for the 7 week and for these kids without any sort of major incident take place here. We are so grateful to God for that, and so grateful for Him for allowing us to have a wonderful street parade and entertain the whole community here, Cordo Avenue and the whole of Angleston, most of the Angleston. We had a great time.
Now, One Family Junkanoo group is also touching lives and helping to ensure that students are ready for the classroom. The group catered to about 500 children and parents yesterday, ensuring that their school needs were being met. Group leader Darren Bastian says One Family is a community-oriented group.
We understand how important community development is, not necessarily to our group, but to our country. When you look around the park today, there are so many hundreds of children that we try to impact every year, and this year I think we sort of exceeded our expectations. You know what I mean? But over 500. Yeah, and it's all about really helping them to prepare for school, because the more prepared they are for school, the more inclined they will be to learn. And One Family is, like we continue to be more than just a Junkanoo organization. We are also community-based. So a lot of what we do is really focused on our community efforts.
Well, stay tuned. We'll check your weather right after this.